So I'm hanging around on Twitter earlier, and I see my buddy Gamer J Lee post up that there is a new trailer for Timesplitters Rewind. Now, I'd heard about this game years ago, but I thought, nothing's going to come from this. This is a fan mod. Well, it's been given the blessing of Crytek. It's using the Cry engine, which if you're not living under a rock, the Cry engine is what is used in Crytek, some of the Far Cry games. So this is a good engine. There's no effing around with this engine. And this game is coming back as a multiplayer shooter I thought first when I saw this trailer, it said 2018. I thought, shit, it's not going to be, it won't be able to gain momentum this year. But it scrubbed itself out in the trailer and says 2017. Oh my god. Okay, you probably don't see a lot of Rony Boney commentaries like this where I'm all hyped and all happy about this game. And I know some asshole's going to come in here and say, it's going to be shit, Rony. There's going to be this, there's going to be that. Don't give a shit about your opinion. I'm just going to put it out there. Could not give two shits and a fuck. I'm excited about this game because this was one of the games that defined my childhood. So back in 2001 and 2002, just to give you guys some context, before Halo 2 in 2004 broke the online multiplayer couch shooter format where you could play a proper online game against people in a good co-op or four-player co-op setting, we had games like Timesplitters, where you and maybe a friend, and maybe if you had a multi-tap or if you were playing on Xbox, you had four controllers, you were able to play on LAN, just on the local network against all these cool AI in these absolutely crazy custom games. There were so many options in this game, and it was just so much fun. You could tweak the weapons, you could tweak what happened, how much health, how small or big everyone was. You could have little miniature people running around the place. There was all these different game modes, of which we see a lot of them popularized nowadays. Like, look at Nazi zombies. That was one of the game types. You turned into a zombie, you had to go up and hit people. That was basically a game type that was popularized by Timesplitters. The campaign itself, my god, the campaign in those games. So basically, the story in Timesplitters is there's a race called the Timesplitters that are able to travel through time via these time crystals. And they're going, back and forwards in time, messing everything up. So you play as Sergeant Cortez and Corporal Hart, and you go off and you try and fight these Timesplitters. So you follow them through the portals that they create, the rips through time. And this can bring you to like the Amazon, to Chinatown, to like 1940s America, to the Great War, into the future a little bit. So it had a really diverse way of making just diverse levels, I guess. That's a lot of using the same word, but whatever. But it had really good ways of just implementing systems that made it fresh, but it was still the same kind of thing, but it was still fresh because it had a new cosmetic kind of overlay. And that's what Timesplitters did great. Also, it had an absolute massive amount of characters that you could play as. My favorite of which is the monkey, and then the deer hunter. Then there was another character, I can't remember what it was now, but it was basically like a mock of Vishnu from the Hindu religion. And whenever you hovered over the character, a lot of the times in the later games, so Timesplitters 2 and Future Perfect, they said different things. Like the deer hunter was like, the moose is loose, which was so funny. And then the Vishnu one was like, 4 hands are better than one, which, it was very suggestive a lot of the time. There was like Harry Tipper, who was basically, he was like a little Casanova, like a 60s James Bond-esque character who always, had to save his babes. There was all these crazy things. Feminists wouldn't like that nowadays anyway. But it was a really, really cool game. Seriously cool game. It had really great multiplayer. So I'm just going to run through some of the things that you're going to be seeing as well throughout this commentary. Some images from Timesplitters Rewind that are on the site itself. You're going to be able to see the forums. I'd suggest you guys go over there. I'm going to link the trailer down in the description so you guys can go and check that out. It really doesn't show a lot at all, but in some of the actual Timesplitter crystals you can see some of the characters from the previous game, so they are alluding to the fact that some of these characters are appearing back in the title. I saw a lot of people actually tweeting to me there on Twitter saying that, I don't know if this is going to be like PC and PS4, I hope it comes to Xbox. I think it will come to Xbox. Now, I have no proof of this, so you guys can debate me to the end of the earth if you want to, that's fine. But I think a game that was not even primarily, it was solely on console back in the day. The first one was on PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and then, or it might not even have been on Xbox, but I know for sure that Timesplitters 2 and Future Perfect was on PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube for both of them. So, and I do think that the online portion was only added into Timesplitters 3, so you could play online in that game. And then in Timesplitters 2, I know that you could LAN 16 people on Xbox, and I think it was only 8 on PlayStation. I played on PS2 for Timesplitters 2 and Xbox for Future Perfect. So they were just really great games, and you guys really need to check this out if it comes out this year. You have not played a game like this ever. I know a lot of people are going to come in here, some of the newer audiences and some of the younger fans saying, this game looks terrible, look at the gameplay, look how... It's fun, man. It is fun as fuck. And if this is made... I mean, a lot of people didn't play this game online. I didn't play it online at all. So the chance to play Timesplitters online against other people and have all these crazy game modes is something that makes me tickle inside. You know, it awakens my inner child. And it's just a fantastic thing that's happening. And I know I'm real like positive and things like that, but whatever, dude. This is going to be a cool game. So I just want to run through some of the some of the facets that this game had back in the day. And you guys have no idea. So it had a map maker that was akin to Forge. In fact, it was like an earlier version of Forge. Before I saw Forge come out on Halo 3 in 2007, the only map makers I knew of on console were Timesplitters 2, Timesplitters 1 had a terrible map maker, by the way, but it was vastly improved in Timesplitters 2, really good in Timesplitters 3, and then I believe Pariah had, that's the only other game that comes to mind for me that had a map maker. I'm sure there are more out there. I'm sure somebody will link that in the comment section below. In fact, I always expect you guys to. It's one of the great things about YouTube. If I miss something, you guys are always there to fill me in. But yeah, it was just an amazing thing. There was 125 characters in Timesplitters 2, which was crazy. There were challenge modes, okay? So to unlock new characters and, you know, just new game types, because there were really just... It was an absolute compendium of game types. You have no idea. It has about 2 or 3 times the amount of content you see in, you know, first-person shooters these days, which is a lot, as well as a good story and a really, really good co-op experience. But it had so many things that had loads of different difficulty levels. The story, like I said, was good. So some of the game types I liked: deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the bag, bag tag, elimination. Shrink was really cool. So the person at the very bottom of the lobby was like the smallest character, and then the person who was in the lead was the largest character. So that was pretty cool. Regeneration, which is basically you have to kill to get a regeneration. Leech, basically everyone is dying, everyone is about to die, so you have to kill someone to survive. Assault, flame tag, basically flame tag was like, you know, you have to run up to people and try and set them on fire, which is pretty cool. Vampire, gladiator, thief, zones, and monkey assistant. My god, monkey assistant is one of the funniest things ever. Seeing that little monkey run around the place was one of the funniest things back in the day. It was the equivalent of seeing Oddjob running around in GoldenEye back in the day on Nintendo 64, which was, you know, you couldn't shoot him unless you were like far enough away. You couldn't even see him, but you could do that in Timesplitters. But I know I'm rambling, but I don't really care, guys. This is a fun thing for me to talk about. Like, I haven't felt this excited about a game for years, probably since Halo 3. And to see a game like this, you know, coming back out, and, you know, from a dedicated team of fans that are making this game, is something that really gives me a lot of, you know, hope for the gaming industry, that if we are given the tools, we will make it. Like, look at Halo Online, the El Dorito mod. That's one of the most impressive things I've seen Halo players do, and it just shows the love that Halo players have for the game. And I think the same can be said for this, you know, and also developing it on the CryEngine, like you've seen some of the photos throughout this entire commentary. My god, like this, if this is pulled off correctly, holy crap, could it be good. Now, before you go start, you know, typing in the comments, you're being so optimistic right now. I mean, just let me. My god, just let me. Fuck's sake. Just let me be positive about something for once, because I can't see a lot of positivity in Halo, and I can see it for this. So, yeah. I'm going to try and support this game. If there's new news coming out about Timesplitters Rewind, I will be filling you guys in. I'm going to get a shitload more gameplay for you guys. If you guys would like to see it on stream, just let me know. Hit that like button. Let me know in the comments, you know, down below. Seriously, I would love to stream this game. And if you haven't already, and if you've never played this game, I'd suggest that you download pc.It. It's a PlayStation 2 emulator, and then you can download the ISO file for Timesplitters 2, Timesplitters 1, and Timesplitters Future Perfect, so Timesplitters 3. So Timesplitters 3 has some of the best game types and some of the best maps, and they brought back a lot of the old maps in Timesplitters 3. So I'd say if you're gonna start on one, I started on the first one, but I'm gonna say right now, maybe start on 3 and then try 2. Because the first one is a little bit blocky and things like that. It does look a bit dated. But Timesplitters 2 and Timesplitters 3, they look dated graphically. Maybe not Timesplitters 3 as much as Timesplitters 2, but it's still really good, guys. It's still really good fun. So I hope that this game can be as true to form as the originals were. I hope that this makes a mark on the gaming scene and does really well. If this game is coming out, I'm supporting it 100% because this was one of the games that defined my childhood. So I know I'm rambling. I'm just going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment down below. I seriously want you to comment down below for this and see some fucking hype, guys. And subscribe if you're new. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.